Rapper DMX name is still in the news. The late rapper DMX is gone, but the news keep coming back. Let's talk about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, rapper DMX is still out here making waves in the news. The Rough Riders rapper, the New York rapper that he is, the legend that he is. You know, DMX was involved in some tax scandals and some of the situations he's handled already in 2017. He's pled guilty to some of these, but the news keep circulating. Now, DMX, they said he was accused of owing $700,000 in back taxes with the Internal Revenue Services, IRS, folks. Now, they're hitting the late rapper with this because there was a judgment against him with $1.7 million back in the time. It was around 2016 they investigated him, and 2017 were when they came with former charges for DMX. Now, those former charges consisted of a lot of serious charges that could have get the rapper at least 10 to 20 years in prison. He seemed to elude those charges by agreeing to take a plea. In that plea, he omitted and agreed that it was his fault with the taxes. Now, these taxes been targeting the late rapper for many years now, although he's been going through child support. He's been going through alleged claims of drug use and things like that of that nature. But some of the more serious things is the situation that DMX found him in. These taxes came from the video. People were saying the Hit 'Em Up video and several other videos where they calculated and looked at the amount of money income that some of the videos made. So they were saying that DMX was hiding money from the video X Gon' Give It To You. That hit single. They said he managed to evade $1.7 million from the IRS. Now, DMX went on his own journey away from there. Sources said he's been trying to pay some of the taxes. A lot of people said this is due and blamed to management team, people taking money from X, people not paying what they were owed as far as what was supposed to be paid. They blamed X during this time. X merely was just trying to pay his way out of a situation and taking a heave to those in his chain of command, i.e. management. So in other words, these 360 deals were going on crazy during this time. These 360 deals was very known of back in the days. These things were going on and on and on with artists. Artists were being taken advantage of and a lot of the things. People said, why did DMX agreed to plead guilty to a case like that? Well, if you look at our court system, sometimes you're trapped in a system where a lot of the things, and if you read the letter of the law, you know you're at fault, even though you're not really at fault. But if you put your trust into a legal team and you give them the power of attorney over your financial obligations and ventures, then you leave yourself to be in a hangman educational purpose situation where the courts get to make a ruling and saying that you were well informed. They said he pleaded guilty on 14 charges of tax fraud, according to the New York Daily News. The rapper and his lawyer gave a brief interview outside the courthouse. DMX was arrested on Thursday in charge of tax fraud. That was during that time frame he was arrested. And after that, he already admitted his guilt and things were seeming smoothly. But court said DMX found a way and a loophole out of it. He just chose not to pay it. A lot of people say this is due to financial problems that the late rapper was going through, but the Department of Revenue did not care. The attorney, the acting U.S. attorney, June H. Kim, said in a statement, while ranking in millions from his song, including his 2003 hit, X Gonna Give It To You, DMX didn't want to give any to it to the IRS. As you can see, the IRS are clearly making jokes. They are letting you know their distaste for DMX. And this is the same U.S. District Attorney who prosecuted DMX. And he's also taking DMX to the rails again. Clearly, these states do not care if you are deceased. If it comes time for you to pay up, they don't care if you're away. You are going to have to pay. They're going to go out their way to make sure you pay for what's rightfully theirs, at least according to them. Now, when I'm looking at a situation like this, I understand the situation at hand, and I don't think his team should falter. But the estates of the X family, the dark man rapper that he is, they will hold you liable in court. So I think when DMX just found himself to be guilty, it was a situation where he understood it was just a smart and right thing to do. Now, the late rapper, many of you guys don't know, X has been going back and forth with the court system even before they charged him in 2017. There's a lot of financial problems DMX went through that a lot of people don't know. And it's kind of sad and unfortunate because he really did try to go on a right course. But it seems like every time in life when you're going on a right course, there seems to be hurdles you gotta keep jumping over. And you know, X, I don't wish death on anybody, but you kind of feel good. He's resting in peace now. No more hurdles to climb and jump over. No more pain. No more of this fallacies through the media being dragged. I mean, the rapper is not even here anymore, and there's still educational purpose talking about him in almost a way with no respect. And as he read his verses from Exodus, I remembered he said a verse like that before, and he talked about the plights that you gotta go through to make it out in life, the connection of the Most High. I mean, he spoke about all these into existence. So I gotta give it up to the late rapper as a man who could foreseen all these things that were going to happen. And you got to think of his kids, man. They're going to have to go through this as well. Because we know people do forget about you when you pass away. People make a lot of broken promises to your kids, to your mom, your family, your estates. So I want to know, are the kids going to be well taken care of? That's what my interests are. Is his family is going to have to be obligated to that money that's owed? Are they going to take it out of his royalties and estates? What type of effect that's going to have on the family? I mean, this has got to be a blow to hip-hop fans when you're trying to really immortalize him as a legend and you're trying to still come to grips in terms with the loss and passing of DMX. Now we got to face this. He's being dragged through the media once again, even while he's not alive. I feel like professionally there were other ways they could have done this, but then again, his name is DMX. He is a legend, and when you're a legend, the media does have a job to do. They do have to report some of these things, and they just can't let it fade away into the abyss. So although people want to get mad, you also have to play devil advocate and look at the other side of the fence. These people are merely reporting the news, but that district attorney, for him to say some of the extra things he said about the song X gonna give it to you, and then saying that now they're gonna give it to him or he gotta give it to them, that's too much slick talk for professionals to do. I feel like there's a photo op moment that they tried to take and getting an opportunity to put their name in the news in the forefront, basically thirsty and clout chasing, like the young ones like to say. So it's kind of sad that this is the route they're taking. I mean, our thoughts and prayers are with X, and we hope we can still have the status that he holds. I hope this doesn't dim a light to his status out here. So I'm going to continue watching X in the way we should watch him, the dark man that he is, the legend that he is. I hope the likes of Swiss Beats and the Timberlands and all the great Rough Riders, great ones, they speak about this and they share some light on it. And I hope the family gets to resolve this situation in a way where they still can be taken care of financially, because that's the last thing you want to hear. Financially, they weren't taken care of. Look, I'm your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. And I'm just here to tell y'all, man, prayers and thoughts with the family, because when you go through these hardship, it is sad all around, and people do not think about the priorities that this man DMX had to take care of. So yes, when he's sinking, he's slipping, and he's falling, and he can't get up, we understand that. Go check out my Instagram, DJ_Bless1. I'm your God Bless One. Thank you for watching I Smoke Hip Hop.